Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. With that, we're off to the Rocky Mountains. Standing by in Denver, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. On 1st down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Pretty good start there on plays 1 and 2.
And not discriminating at all, is it? Make sure he's spreading it around on the first 2 throws of the game. 2 different parts of the field as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. To them when all else fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They are led out by the 15th overall selection in 2019, former Ohio State Buckeye Dwayne Haskins. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big run for AP. 45 yards on the ground. So a big run for AP, and when you look at the total package, everyone knows the level of player he's been in this league, but what really impresses you about Adrian Peterson?
I have to go back to the nickname his father gave him, which is AD, which stands for all day, because he never stopped. Morning, noon, night, and that's how he plays the game. No plays over. He always tries to finish things, and he thinks that each and every run he makes is going to take him all the way to the end zone.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt
He's got daylight, the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 61 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you know. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Haskins on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there on a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Open man here, Sims complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Pass interference, defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson with his second touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Hopkins with the extra point. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. This is the tight end Fant. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Locke now on first down. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On first down, it's Lindsey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's got room. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Washington. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point.
As we know on every team, head coach, offensive coordinator, defense coordinator, we often forget about the special teams coordinator. They pay him too. Boy, is he excited about what his team just did. A big-time return for a touchdown.
What an explosive kickoff return from the 2 all the way to the end zone. A 98-yard return for 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And an alley to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact. Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. He completes this to Sutton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Clock now on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Locke. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Drew Locke in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff. Yeah, they want to just... the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. This will be fielded at the 8. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that 1st half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it, as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the 2nd half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times. And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how's he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Got an open man, it's Harmon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Redskins have the 1st down on a pickup of 18.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, 48 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Lock. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. That right there, his first incompletion so far in this game, Charles. He was 9 of 9 before that.
Yeah, I think that qualifies as being locked in. And then you have to ask him the question, so what caused the incompletion? Come on, man, get back on your game. Let's go.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run here with Lindsey, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 25-yard line.
Ready? 30 base.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still play the go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys have now moved out in front. Now McManus to tack on the extra point.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
And his kick is right through. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the final act came from Royce Freeman on the touchdown run. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Haskins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run. Peterson. Peterson a first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Punching it in from a yard away as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. He's got the hat trick. 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they score touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We got this.
So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down by 8, 2:07 remaining. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
Back to throw. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 13 yards out, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do in the 2-point conversion.
He's back to throw. To the end zone, but it's in. Complete. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. On first down, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Locke, he's set to take a knee, and that should do it for this ball game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And, oh, pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.